Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Thank you guys so much for joining me for class this morning. As you can see over in the live chat, all you're going to need today for class is a block. If you don't have a block, you can grab a large book or a small box. Something kind of maybe 6 to 7 inches long and nice and sturdy will work for you today. We're not going to be using it too much. We're going to go through just a nice basic flow today. Nothing, too crazy, nothing too complicated. As it's the beginning of the year, I find it's a great time to just return to the basics, refresh ourselves on what we're familiar with. It can be a time where we try to do too many new things or commit to too many new things. So this is just a time and a space to to reflect on just kind of the basics of yoga. So whether this is new to you or old for you, I hope that you'll enjoy it and will feel nice and open and energized for the rest of our day after class. So go ahead and come to your back. We're going to lie down nice and slow. Place your feet on the ground with your knees up. I'm going to use my block for this pose. You don't need the block by any means. I just find that helps me have the most engagement in my legs. I'm also going to be offering lots of modifications along the way today, so make the practice your own and do whatever feels best for you. Go ahead, if you want, take your block and place it between your thighs. Press down through your feet. Place your hands down by your hips and lift the hips up. Nice bridge pose. Keep the gaze towards the sky and try to focus on my voice. Try not to look at the video during this one. You want to keep the neck nice and neutral. So keep pressing down through your feet. If you have the block between your thighs, squeeze the block nice and tight. That will help engage your inner thighs and your outer glutes. We're going to keep holding there, just really focusing on our breath. We want to feel like we have a nice diagonal line from our knees to our shoulders. Like we could drive a Matchbox car down from our knees to our shoulders. Take one more deep breath. Exhale and lower down. We're going to add some dynamic movement to that. Inhale, lift your hips up. Squeeze the block if you have it. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift and squeeze your glutes. Squeeze the block if you have it. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, down. Gaze stays up. Shoulders stay down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. We're going to add on to that. Lift your hips. Press through your toes. Lift your heels. Just 5 like that. So down. Tap the hips. Lift the hips, lift the heels, heels down, hips down. So 3 more. Lift and lift. Keep breathing as you inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and lift. Exhale, heels lower, hips lower. Last one. Inhale, lift and lift. Exhale, lower and lower. Good. Take the block if you had it, put it off to the side. Extend your legs out long. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Interlace your fingers on top of your knee. We're going to take some circles here. So just drawing counterclockwise or clockwise. Some circles at the knee, getting a little bit into the hips and low back a bit more. Good. Switch directions of your circle. Just guiding the knee gently around, getting a little opening there, and continuing to breathe into the belly. Good. Pull the knee into the center. Take your left hand on the outside of your right knee and pull it across your body. Your right arm can go out to the right in a T shape. We're going to pull the right knee across to the left. Deep breath into your belly. Nice spinal twist. This is a really nice one in the morning to help realign our spine and stretch out our muscles that get really tight when we sleep. Inhale, come back to the center.
Give that right knee one more squeeze in as close as you can to your body. Nice deep hip flexion there. Exhale and release it long. So other side, left knee in. Start with your hands on top of your knee and just take some circles. So circle it out. Breathe deeply. Let your shoulders and hips stay relaxed. We're just moving at the arms and that hip joint, that left hip joint. Circle around the other way. Keep breathing into your belly, keeping your face relaxed. Feeling maybe a little warmth in the body. Good. Bring it back to the center. Right hand on the outside of your left knee. Pull it across to the right, and left arm can go long. Keep your gaze towards the sky and your left shoulder on the ground as much as you can. Take one more deep breath. Bring that back to the center. Hug the left knee in, nice and tight to your body, and release it long. I'm going to use my block again here. I'm just going to use it as a pillow for my head. So if you don't have a block or what you're using is too uncomfortable, you can always really quickly grab like a couch pillow or anything like that. This is just so we have a little space because we're going to come onto our shoulder here in a second. So bring your arms into a T shape, palms up or down, whichever one feels better. Keep your hips on the ground, but lift your toes or your heels up so you're on your toes, and just start to drop your knees side to side. So still just getting into the spine a little bit, stretching the muscles that run up along our spine. Again, these muscles can get really tight when we sleep. Just want to add some movement and blood flow in there. Do one more to each side. And we'll keep our knees falling over to the left. You can shift your hips to the right a little bit to accommodate that. Palms are up now. We're going to take our right arm, close our arm so our right hand's on top of our left, and then open up. Keep your knees over to the left and let your gaze follow your right hand. So I call these just like open books. So just think of your arms like the covers of a book. You want to open up, follow. You let your gaze follow your right hand and close. This is getting into some thoracic rotation, the part of our spine that connects to our ribs that can be really stiff and resistant to rotation. So we want to really focus on that. It's going to help us throughout the day. Exhaling as we close. Let's do two more. Inhale as we open. Exhale as we close. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale and close. Good. So we'll just take the other side. Arms to a T. Let your hips come back to the center. Realign yourself in the middle. Up on your toes, you can shift your hips to the left and let your knees fall to the right. Exhale, close your left hand to your right hand. Inhale, open up. Gaze at your left hand as you open. Exhale and close. Inhale, open. Try to get as close with that left shoulder to the ground as you can. Exhale and close. Let's do three more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, and close. Good. Come back to the center. So shift your hips back to the center. Remove the block or the pillow, whatever you're using. And we'll roll around. Come onto hands and knees onto a tabletop position. Spread your fingers really wide apart. Line your wrists up under your shoulders, your knees up under your hips. On an inhale, drop your chest between your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your tailbone and gaze ahead. Think about making a U shape with your spine. Exhale, push through the ground to lift your spine up, arch your spine, and bring your chin to your chest. So we're going to do a couple more like that. These are cow cats. Inhale, cow pose. Think that U shape. Lift your tailbone, squeeze your shoulder blades together and gaze ahead. Exhale, cat pose, arch your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose. Think that U shape. Squeeze your upper back muscles. Exhale, arch the spine, chin to chest, pull your belly in. One more. Inhale, U shape, that cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Pull the belly in, chin to chest. Good. We're going to add on more of like a circular motion to this. So think about kind of like a barrel roll. We're going to take it out to the side, up, to the side, and down. So side, up, side, down. One more this way, side, up, side, down, and switch directions. So we're down, to the side, up, to the side, down, to the side, up, to the side. One more, down, side, up, side. Good. Take your hands, walk them over to the right, like you're bringing your right shoulder towards your right hip. Point your fingers off the right side of your mat. Get a nice stretch on that whole left side of your body. Inhale back to the center. Walk your hands over to the left. Left shoulder towards left hip. Left fingers point to the left. Good. Back to the center. Take your right leg back. Lift up into your belly. Lift your right heel. You want a nice long line of energy from your shoulders to your right heel. Inhale, lift your left arm forward, thumb up, palm faces in. This is sunbird pose. Take a nice deep breath. We're holding here a little engagement of the core, the leg muscles, the back muscles, a little bit of everything. One more inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Left leg slides back. Toes are on the ground to start. Lift your belly so that you're almost doing that cat pose we just did. So your core is engaged, your belly is engaged. Lift your left heel in line with your left hip. Right arm reaches forward, palm in, thumb up. Hold here, sunbird pose. Deep breaths into your belly. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, place it down. Nice job. Come to standing and come to the top of your mat. We're going to take a couple rounds through some sun salutations. If those are unfamiliar to you and you need any modifications, just look at the screen whenever you need to. We're going to take it nice and slow. And I'm going to give us lots of options to work with. So make sure your feet are about hip-width distance apart. Spread your toes. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. You can gaze up towards your hands as they touch overhead. Mountain pose. Exhale, arms wide. Forward fold. We're going to send our hips back. Try to keep our spine long. And just come down as far as you can. Bend your knees to allow your belly to rest on your thighs and relax your head. Inhale. Lift halfway up. Slide your hands on your shins. Take a nice long neutral spine and gaze at the ground. We want to feel a little hamstring stretch on this one. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees, plant your hands, step one foot back at a time to a plank. If plank is too much for your wrists, you can always do this on your forearms. And you can always do this with your knees down as well. Okay, so all of those are great options. Take one more deep breath. Exhale, drop your knees. Slowly bend your elbows and make your way to your belly. Tops of your feet on the ground, hands under your shoulders. Pull your shoulders back. Inhale, lift your chest, cobra pose. So we're doing a little back bend. Not too much pressure through our hands. We want to use our back muscles to help with this lift, not just pushing through the hands. Exhale, breathe down, tuck your toes, push to your knees, and then if you want, you can either do puppy pose here with the hips over the knees and the arms long, or lift your knees Take a little step forward, bend your knees and lift your hips up and back for a downward dog. Take one nice deep breath. Good. We're going to shift our weight forward like we're coming back to a plank, but try to step our right foot towards and in between our hands. Drop your left knee. Inhale and come up. That's kind of a big transition, so take it nice and slow. You can always drop to your knees and walk your feet forward. We want a 90-degree bend in the front and back knee. Nice long spine, and reach your arms overhead, a low lunge here. Pull the belly in, engage the glutes. Let the shoulders relax and reach through your fingers. Let's take one more deep breath. Exhale, hinge forward. Plant your fingertips. Lift your left knee and step your left foot forward. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Mountain pose. Gaze up as your palms come to touch overhead. Exhale, arms go wide. Nice long spine as you hinge forward from your hips. Bend your knees and relax your head. Let's hold this one for a second, this forward fold. Clasp opposite elbows. Let your head relax. You can sway side to side if you want. Get a little traction in the neck and the upper back. That can always feel, again, kind of tight after sleeping. It's a nice way to get some blood flow and wake ourselves up in the morning. Good. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, halfway lift, so slide your hands up your shins, shoulder blades pull together on your back, and lift your tailbone. Nice long spine here. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step one foot back at a time to plank. Take whatever variation you would like. Take one more deep breath. Exhale, drop your knees. Slowly come to your belly. So descend slowly, tops of the feet down, shoulders squeeze together on your back. Inhale, cobra pose, so lift up through the chest. Exhale, fold down, tuck your toes, push through your hands back to your knees. Either puppy pose here with the knees down, or lift the knees, downward dog. Little bend in the knees to accommodate getting your hips up and back. Press through your hands. Think about getting your chest towards your thighs and the hips being the pinnacle of this pose. Bending the knees as much as we need to get those legs and hamstrings to relax. Take one more deep breath. Inhale, start to shift forward again. Bring your right foot a little into the center and step your left foot forward as far as you can. Drop your right knee. Inhale, lift up. We're in our low lunge, other side here. So squeeze the glutes. Pull the left heel back and the right knee forward for some stability underneath you. Inhale, reach the arms high. Palms face in, shoulders are relaxed. Good. One more breath. Exhale, hinge forward, plant the fingertips, lift the back knee, and step it in. Good. Inhale, out and up with the arms, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to move a bit quicker this time. Forward fold, hands come down, belly on the thighs, so bend the knees as much as you need to, and release the head. Forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins or on the legs, wherever you need to. Pull the shoulders back, gaze down. Exhale, slide the hands down, plant the palms, one foot back at a time for plank. Hold and plank, whatever variation you choose. Inhale, exhale, drop your knees, slowly come to your belly. Elbows pull in and back, shoulders pull back. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra pose. Exhale to your belly, tuck the toes, push to your knees, lift your hips up and back for downward dog. or stay in puppy pose. Nice deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. This time we're gonna walk our hands back to our feet, stand up, step our right foot forward. We're up on the left toes and the back foot. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. This is crescent lunge. We're gonna take one more deep breath. Keep the glutes nice and tight and engaged. On our exhale, we're gonna come forward, try to plant our left hand down. It can be on the block or on the mat. So either on a block or mat, left hand down, right arm to the sky. This should be a nice stretch on the right glute and hip, and a nice spinal twist here. Let your head relax to get a little more stretch in your neck. One more breath. Inhale, exhale, bring that right hand down. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Arms reach out and up, gaze up. Exhale, arms wide, hips back, long spine to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze down. Exhale, forward fold. So slide the hands down, plant the hands. One foot back at a time, plank pose, top of a push-up, or we're having knees down or forearms down. One more deep breath into the belly. Really breathe deeply. Exhale, drop the knees and slowly come to your belly. Shoulders and elbows pulled back, tops of the feet are down. Inhale, cobra pose. If you want, you can start to get a little more lift through the spine now that we're warmed up. Exhale, slowly come down. Tuck your toes, push to your knees. Lift your hips up and back. You can take a small step in if you need to. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Let the head relax. Push through your fingers. Let your knees bend and your hamstrings relax. You can always pedal out your feet here, switching one foot at a time. That'll help warm up and lengthen the hamstrings as well. Walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold at the back of the mat. Slowly come up. Step your left foot forward. So big step. We're up on the right toes. Right heel is high. Squeeze that right glute. Inhale, reach. The arms overhead, palms face in. Gaze ahead, relax your shoulders. Press through your feet. Keep the core engaged. One more deep breath. Exhale, fold forward. Either plant your hand to the block, your right hand to a block, or to the mat. Right hand down. Inhale, left arm high. Pull your right shoulder down your back. Twist through and give that nice stretch on your left hip. Let your head relax. Release and relax that left side of the neck. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. We're going to do one balancing pose before we come to relax. So shift your weight, stretch your toes, and shift your weight to your left foot. Let your right foot and right knee turn out to the right. So we're externally rotating our right knee and hip. Slide your right foot onto your left shin, or you can reach down and pull it up to the inner thigh. Try to avoid placing it on the side of your left knee. Pull your shoulders back, pull your knee open, push your foot and your left leg together for stability. Find a nice spot in front of you that's not moving and use that to keep your focus. This is tree pose. Breathe nice and deeply. Let's take one more breath. Exhale and come back to the center. Spread the right toes. Start to shift your weight into your right foot and leg. Slide your left foot So turn your left knee open, slide your left foot onto your right shin or reach down and pull it into the right inner thigh. Hands together at your heart, squeeze the right glute, open the left knee back, pull the shoulders back, lift the heart. Good. Keep breathing. Find that spot to focus and bring yourself balance. One more breath. Exhale and release. Good. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, forward fold. So bend your knees, come into that nice forward fold. We're going to come to our fingertips, bring our feet a little closer together, lift your heels, and bring your bum towards your heels. So we're doing a little, like we're in a little ball. And release your chin towards your chest. This is ball pose. One more nice deep breath. Nice release for the back. And we're just going to take this down to a seat. I'm going to turn around here, so I'm facing the bottom of my mat. Roll down onto your back. Both feet down with the knees up. Left foot over your right knee. Open your left knee out to the left. Bring your right knee in towards you. Flex both feet and interlace your hands behind your right knee. Little hip opener to end here today. This is a figure 4 pose. We should feel this in our left glute, left piriformis, just left hip in general. You can rock side to side if you want. If you want even more, you can bend and straighten this right leg, get a little hamstring action in there as well. And the further you pull the left leg in, the more depth you're going to feel in that stretch. Let's take one more breath. Good, and we'll switch sides. Right foot over left knee. Right knee opens out. You can always take your right hand and gently push your right knee forward. Make sure that feels okay. Interlace your hands behind your left knee. You can take some gentle swings side to side. Should feel really nice for the hips. Again, if you want, you can add on that left knee bending and straightening to get a little extension and stretch through your left hamstrings. Good. One more breath. Good. Release your legs down. Arms out to a T. Knees and legs touching the center. We're just going to do a last little spinal twist here. Knees go side to side. Just to reset the spine. Good. Come back to the center. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open out wide like a butterfly. You can keep the arms where they're at or kind of open them up to get a little stretch across the chest. Take 2 more breaths here. Good. On your next exhale, just straighten your legs forward. Bring your hands down, more towards your hips with the palms up. Tuck one shoulder blade and then the other, and let your feet fall out naturally. This is Shavasana, how we end our classes here. We're just going to close our eyes and take a few deep breaths to round out our class. free to stay here longer if you have the time. Otherwise, reach your arms straight back behind you and take a full body stretch. Stretch from your toes to your fingers, reach in opposite directions. And bring your knees in, roll to one side, and slowly come up to a seat. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Let's take a nice deep breath together to end class. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you guys for joining me for class today. I hope that this class was a blessing and you feel refreshed and energized for your day. Happy New Year and namaste.